Hello, and thank you for tuning in for this new episode of the podcast by the French-Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. My guest today is Mykhaylo Bubnov. Hello.
Hello, Sebastian. Nice to hear you.
Mykhaylo Bubnov, you are the CEO of Schneider Electric Ukraine. Schneider Electric is a French company established in Ukraine for more than 25 years now. It employs 180 people. We may assume that the company was solid and strong enough to face this crisis connected to coronavirus. Did the situation affect your work in any way?
Of course, this gives us some challenges in our daily life. Most of our people are located on home office. But I would like to say that moving from the offices to some home office not really influence to our business. Because first of all, our main source and main activity which we have in Ukraine and even around the world, it's the people. And we invest a lot with the previous years in education, in IT infrastructure, in support of the people and motivate people to work as a one team. And even that currently people cannot see each other every day, they feel and they act as a one team and they just use a new ways of communication. But basic things to help each other, to help company, to organize running our business, this is basic still running.
Well, that's good to hear. And now that we are starting to talk about an exit from these quarantine measures, do you believe that Schneider Electric Ukraine will go back to business as usual, or is there any kind of adaptation that you're going to keep for the future?
I would like to say that with many years when I work on Ukrainian market, I never see the business as usual. Every day, every month, or even each 5-10 years, we have some big challenges. And what does it mean business as usual? It's not about the Ukraine, maybe about the Europe, maybe about the USA, but definitely not about the Ukraine. We are never swim in a lake. We all time swim in some disaster in the middle of ocean. And for us, it's a normal situation. And our flexibility, our focus for the customer, our focus to propose the best solutions, stable solutions, which support from the brand, this is our real fundament, who give us possibility to deliver the trust to the customer. And the strong point of our organization is that we are very flexible. And the Schneider Electric, one of the slogans of Schneider Electric, that we are most local international companies, because headquarters of Schneider Electric push local subsidiaries and the local offices to be local companies who really follow the local market trends, who really follow the actual business situation in the countries. And with such flexibility for headquarters and with the knowledge of team, and we really can follow the market trends and deliver the very good results for the company and, of course, support our customers in Ukraine.
Yes, and we see that it's quite trademark for Schneider Electric that has managed to stay on top of things and to innovate along the years. I saw this video on YouTube on one of the projects that you implemented, that is the digitalization of the warehouses that your workers use.
Складська логістика є одним з найважливіших бізнес-процесів роботи нашої компанії. За допомогою складу, за допомогою тих людей, які працюють на складі, ми забезпечуємо більш ніж 100 наших партнерів та кінцевих замовників обладнанням Schneider Electric в Україні.
This project shows that Schneider Ukraine was relatively prepared to face this situation. 20-30 years ago, Schneider Electric was seen as a company that distributes electricity, but now it has diversified into many more activities, such as delivery of equipment, of course, but also innovations in monitoring, communication, resolution of technological issues. Is this also the case in Ukraine? Do you also deal with very high and new technologies?
All time say to my colleagues and people I think understand this, that we not sell the equipment, we not sell the some products. We sell the friendship, we sell the trust, we propose partnerships, we propose to work together to our common success with the partners, with the end customers, in the market, in the products, in some services. We work a lot in IT sector. We biggest Ukrainian supply company for data centers. We deliver the cooling system. We deliver complete data centers turnkey, as example, in a standard container based for the different customer, government customers, private customers, and we number one in Ukraine, but also worldwide for delivering such kind of solutions. Biggest Ukrainian data center, it's a data center Parkovy, located under the helicopter plate of former Yanukovych in the center of Kiev. It's a completely Schneider Electric turnkey solution. From electrical distribution, for the cooling system, for the uninterruptible power supply. It means we work at homes, in IT, in electrical network, and currently also we go to the clouds. All of our equipment which we deliver to the customers, all of our solutions ready to generate digital twin in the cloud to monitor, to organize a service, to organize a remote control and operation, of course with the highest possible level of cybersecurity.
Also something that I wanted to ask you about, I saw that Schneider Electric made this commitment of producing zero carbon emissions by 2030, which basically is tomorrow. And it resonates here in a country such as Ukraine because increasing energy efficiency and energy independence are extremely important issues for the country. So what does it mean for Schneider Electric for your work here in Ukraine?
We work in different. We also try to implement on Ukrainian market and with good success charging station for electrical vehicles. We work with international brands on Ukrainian market. It's a Renault, it's a Range Rover, Jaguar Range Rover for charging stations. We work with a private Ukrainian network for the charging of electrical cars, and we give them all products and all basic technologies to build up based on our solutions the successful business for charging station around the Ukraine. We have several partners. Also, we support the infrastructure. If we discuss with the biggest Ukrainian electrical distribution company about to implement the charging stations on Ukrainian market, it's also not just question of charging station alone, but it also a question how the electricity and enough power will be delivered to the point. We educate the people because, as example, for the car dealers, it's not so typical to work with electricity. The diesel and benzene is much more simple for them to work. And we organize a special education center and some courses when we educate the people that electrical infrastructure in something different. And we try to deliver this knowledge to the new customers and new markets, which we also try to develop on Ukraine territory. Regarding the green generation, as I say, the wind park, which one of the really biggest wind park which was installed last year on Ukrainian territory, also equipped with a lot of Schneider Electric equipment and technologies. Hundreds of megawatt solar energy also generated in Ukraine with Schneider Electric equipment. We work with the partners and we also support our partners to really build up the Ukrainian energy independence.
So I'm really glad to see that Schneider Electric is much more than a historic company with a beautiful past. It is also a company that looks into the future.
Absolutely. It's a really company who looking for the future, and the Schneider Electric, because I work in different companies before, main focus of Schneider Electric, it's a people. it's a people and inside the company and the people outside the company. And it's the biggest responsibility of Schneider to increase the quality of life, not just people who work for the Schneider, but also for the people who use the Schneider equipment, solutions and technology. This is the main idea of Schneider. And we work in all possible ways on Ukrainian market to deliver this idea to the Ukrainian customers and to the Ukraine.
Thank you very much, Mykhaylo Bubnov.
Thank you for your time, Sebastian. Nice to be on your vlog, and I hope you will see soon, not just online, but probably offline.
Yes, we should organize a de-virtualization of our podcasts, and we will do it as soon as possible. Thank you again, and thank you everyone for listening to this new episode of the podcast by the French-Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm Sébastien Gobert, and let's meet soon for our next conversation.